Because as it stands now, as you all can see clearly in this justice for Mohbad, a lot of people might have thought, oh, Mohbad is not going to get justice, there is no certain way he's going to get justice, and all of that. And you know, many things has been done. A lot of division, a lot of people have been thrown into the turf to create division. And of course, many attempts were made to truncate our efforts to retrieve the CCTV of Mohbad's house through one of the neighbors, and of course, the neighbor's CCTV. I know certainly one thing will lead to another. Very soon and very shortly, Mohbad's neighbor, who has got the CCTV, one way or the other, would release, or the government will approach him properly. When I mean government, as it stands now, in the bundle that was transferred to Abuja from the Lagos State Criminal Investigating Department, SCID Panti, on the order of the presidency that was retrieved. Of course, the bundle in Panti, in Abuja now, in the bundle, which was part of the investigation of the police in Zone 2, which our NGO was pursuing on behalf of you all, members of the public. The investigation activities on this recovery of a CCTV of Mohbad's neighbor is in that bundle. And I know certainly if the government are now ready, particularly at the federal level, with the support of the presidency, this 3 seconds video is the gift that Justice for Mohbad, of course, is having, knowing fully well that the earlier police investigation and the inquest will not resolve what actually killed Mohbad and who did. We know what will play out on that one. And because Mohbad knew that would happen, by all means necessary, God provided the 3 seconds video. This is the 3 seconds video. And in the 3 seconds video, none of those. Let me play it again. The floor of this house has been established. It's Mohbad's house. Mohbad's father confirmed it. Sister to Yomi confirmed it. And not even Yomi or Adura denied that this 3 second video emanated from Mohbad's house. And again, Yomi never denied that was not her voice. It's like violence. Now, a lot of things would have been flying around because these terrible criminals, they would want to assume that they can use social media to deceive you. Listen to me. The first thing you'd have to look at is it possible that the police that investigated earlier on, not our home police, the police that they tried to meet up with to do the cover up, is it possible they establish in clear terms that the content of that video is not Mohbad's house, number one? Number two, they showed the full length of the video where they extracted the 3 seconds. And then thirdly, is it possible they investigated the connection? Is it possible they established the connection of that confessional statement and the video? And the beauty of it is that when you see a lot of terrible criminals parading social media and comment section, now let's start treating Nigerians very soon, because the case is already in Abuja. And at the end of the day, we are going to be, our lawyers are already on it. Our lawyers are already in Abuja, and they are going to be, updates will be coming very soon, and then actions will go on that, because the order from the presidency is going to stand, and of course they need the complainant or representative of the complainant to proceed with the stuff. As we speak, Nigerians, the full length of the 3 seconds video has not been seen up until now. Now, if they want us to now treat the confession and the video separately, yes, it's possible. The question is, that confessional statement coming from Adura, is it real or not? Has he been able to establish it that yes, it is a statement of fact or not? He needs to write and say yes, this statement is real or not. Then we'll now ask, if you say it is not real, but you claimed this particular statement is connected to the 3 seconds video you sent in part because you were waiting for money to send a longer one. Don't forget, the 3 seconds video was sent not because that is the full one. He said, let me just show you a tip of it, a part of it, so that you can now go ahead, send the money, then I'll send the full one. Which of course, I was advised not to fall into that trap and tell the police immediately, so that I will not be aiding and abetting a serious crime. And that being said, it is the onus is now going to be left on the Nigerian police to first and foremost establish, because in Lagos State, they refused to actually bring out the extension of the video. And in a twist and a turn, the fall guy that was presented, which is the Damola guy, that one is a complete criminal. He went about and even confirmed before the Panti police officer. When he realized that I was not going to be giving in, the case was transferred back from Zone 2 to Panti, where Mohbad's case was originally being dealt with. They realized we're not backing down. They didn't tell me that, oh, Mr. Yomi, you have no case here. Mr. Yomi, we cannot pursue. It was completely established. Even when they returned the case back from Zone 2, that, oh, we all agree that, yes, there is reason to continue the investigation. They don't know whether my body is being taped and wired that day. They don't know whether the whole conversation is being recorded. It is just for them to say no. But unfortunately, I know they won't try that. Because when you're about because on that day we all agreed, despite the fact they brought lawyer. And the sad reality is that, let me tell you guys, Lenny, same lawyer was representing Adura and Damola when the case was transferred back to Panti. Can you see the old nonsense they are doing? Whether I'm going to change it, they couldn't afford to bring different lawyers. You know, so the first time a lawyer came and was representing both of them. And there, one of the power, they thought they could silence me in Panti because I don't know who helped them to transfer the case back to Panti. In Zone 2, we've picked them up, police picked them up, and they were going to be processing the two of them after they've, transferred the other guy to court who has been established to have committed a serious crime. And then extension was sought in court. It is for that to continue. Then they felt like this extension must not take effect. The best thing we can do is, let's find a way to play this guy. Let's return the case back to Panti. And they returned it to Panti. And that is where we were before we gave a very serious information to the president of Nigeria, and they ordered that the case should be taken away from Panti to Abuja FCID on the order of the presidency through a signal. So the case is now domiciled in Abuja, and of course, as we speak now, the only update I can give is that our lawyers, they are now on it. They are now interfacing with the Deputy Inspector General of Police, and as soon as we have a clear-cut way, because naturally that is when I can give a certified update. So as soon as our lawyers, they've been there twice as we speak, and as soon as they have a clear-cut way and whatever it is, update the police, will give the lawyer. We don't know how far they have gone, so that's why I couldn't give the update. But as soon as our lawyers give that update, then we'll be able to come out and intimate the public. But certainly the justice for Mohbad, I was seeking through that new evidence, because as we speak now, the case is already going on in court. Justice for Mohbad is already in court in Lagos. The police and the Directorate of Public Prosecution, they said the two people that they can for now see that have committed crime in the course of delivering justice for Mohbad, the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Lagos State, he said the two persons he can see or he can actually get is the nurse and spending. He said the two persons that he can see is nurse and spending. Whatever it is, whatever evidence that the Attorney General of Lagos State has against spending, or the police, whatever they have against spending and the nurse, until we see through the trial. But unfortunately, I think the nurse quickly pleaded guilty. Spending said no. I don't have updates on the continuation of that trial. But according to the law, in the light of a new evidence, because it is not always statubar, if not because of that, if not because of this new evidence, certainly that would have signaled the end of justice for Mohbad, with spending and the nurse only being placed as the culprit for whatever happened to Mohbad, because the nurse that was staged, that is now being facing charges, claims she was there on the 12th of September. And from what we are hearing, it is looking like Mohbad actually breathed his last on the 11th. Monday 11th of September. If you go by Iya Mohbad's testimony, from the beginning, she was able to affirm that her son left the sinful world on the 11th of September. And if you go by testimony of Karimo, the sister to Yomi, Mohbad's wife, same mother, she also said and confirmed that because she came back, she said she came back to Nigeria because of Mohbad's case. Almost around the same week Mohbad died. And she was being the one moving around. She gave some serious revelation how they were able to contact a particular lawyer, do this and that, block, the Baba when he wanted to get justice on who embalmed the son. When she turned around, she said, I need to start speaking my truth. My sister fought Mohbad, and Mohbad, sustained injury. The railing of the house broke, and she confirmed that Mohbad breathed his last on the 11th. But unfortunately, before she could say that, the police had already, rounded up the investigation, and the judge had given the order that they should duplicate the file to the DBB. So all the testimony of Karimo and all of that were not in the police investigation. And I want to believe, as at that time, nobody pushed the revelation to the police. Maybe if they had, they wouldn't have acted on it. But as we speak now, we as a human rights organization, we are hell-bent to put everything together. The confession of Karimo, the confession of the mother on the date Mohbad died, the 3 seconds video, the driver's testimony. These are all the things that we're now packing as a bundle. We're not going to be sharing everything in full with the relevant authorities, because the case is now in Abuja, and we're going to be sharing everything with them, while they would have to now look into the fact that discrete, complete phone forensic needs to be done on Adura, on Yomi, where possible, even the Damola, and of course our interest is still on that Zomo. And we are hearing another name, which is Ryder. We don't know who that is, but all these things will be adequately compiled and transmitted to the authority, and will notify again for the second time the presidency to understand that this is the new angle to this case, and we don't know these people. We are seeing series of names, but we don't want this thing to be, thrown under the carpet, because we are going to be pursuing this, and these are going to be part of our demand on September 11th, 2025. And that is why we are appealing and demanding that let us come out peacefully. Please put it in your calendar, your diary. Let us occupy all Nigerian embassies. If they are saying protests should not be done in Nigeria, Nigerians in diaspora could save the day. They have a society where they can easily come out to peacefully protest. We're going to be writing to the Nigerian embassy in England. We're also going to be writing to the Nigerian embassy in New York, in Toronto, in Germany. We're going to be sending the letters on behalf of Nigerians, and then we all are going to be coming out. I will appear in any of the embassies. I might end up appearing in London embassy, whether it is US embassy, whether Canadian embassy, anyone. You could see me on the 11th. But of course, I'm going to be standing shoulder to shoulder with love and solidarity with Nigerians in diaspora to pass the message again that we were able to come out 2 years ago, but it turns out to be that some terrible, powerful people are behind these people, and we are beginning to know them. We don't want to start putting laws into our hands. We will need to express ourselves and stamp it and let the authority know that if it gets to a stage, we might end up, asking and demanding for justice the way we understand. If it's becoming clearer that these people they are trying to manipulate the government and the police that belongs to all of us to take side with murderers, manipulators. They act like they took life away from this guy in his own house, and of course that certainly needs to be properly investigated. And then it is important that for this investigation to make sense, for those that were charged to court, this nurse that was charged is never connected to the bleeding profusely. The police are not even understanding the fact. I mean, the police in Lagos State, they are not understanding that they are not doing well for that institution. How can you charge? How can you? You should know it's going to. What's it? Do you have to do it now? What's it? But why is it that when I start this time?
That was one of many calling that should come out.
Okay, do what you want to do. Do it quick. Just give me a few minutes. Yeah, I'm so I can hear you.
So, in terms of salary, you were...
Sorry. What did you do?
She won't.
Well, sorry. Let me see. Sorry. Go and play. Oh, I can mute. But if I mute, you guys cannot hear me now. Okay. I would have mute and then. Okay, guys. So basically, as we speak now, the onus is on us as public to know that, because I've been saying this long ago, that by the time we're going to be getting justice for Mohbad, a lot of Patakukwa Manti, they would have to fizzle out of the struggle. They have to fizzle out of the struggle. And that is why you will see me, I am taking complete solidarity and stance with VDM on what he's doing. Because the angle at which he's trying to pursue the justice for Mohbad is making a whole lot of sense, because at the end of the day, you have to picture a big battle Loju Oguni. If you are at war front and you are facing the enemy are fighting back, you're fighting them, they are fighting back, and it's looking like, oh, are they having upper hand? Are you having upper hand? And somebody went behind with his own army to attack your enemy from behind, and those you are fighting, whether you know the person or not, certainly you feel so elated that, oh, beautiful, who is helping from behind to bring these people down. And this justice from Mohbad, it's a public matter. It belongs to everybody. But all you need to start asking yourself is, what role am I going to play? Certainly, I'm not going to deceive anybody. Without a new lead, a new concrete evidence, the police will find it difficult to go back to the case to deliver justice from Mohbad. And that is why it is very important that even before this stage, the spirit of Mohbad and the universe, they've presented us a golden gift, which is a 3 seconds video. And this 3 seconds video was met with a lot of, negativity, because we are still missed. We are still missed with a lot of shenanigans. People that are trying to fake fighting for justice for Mohbad. And when people like that are mixed with a structured body like an NGO fighting for justice, there will be lots of setback. Because at the end of the day, everybody is claiming to be, what they are not, and they are trying to mess up the whole struggle. But of course, most certainly, we have to understand the fact that it's natural to be that way. We are in the social media era, and it's pardonable, because it's now looking clear, and they are beginning to understand that whatever this case may be, this particular time, sometimes social media noise might not bring home the trophy, might not bring about the result we want if we don't have lawyers, human rights organizations, human rights activists, volunteers on ground to finish up and then move quickly and interface with government. Trust me, one single heavy protest, the government will fully go back to the case and deliver on this mandate, except we all do not want to exercise our fundamental power that we have, that is enshrined in the Constitution and in the law. It is our power. We have the power to peacefully demand. That is why I'm taking my time to explain that this is the situation and this is where we are with this case. And don't forget, it is important that we re-establish with the new detectives that are investigating to fully establish before even Mama Mohbad that for whatever it is, you are not trying to be honest with your son. You established in different interviews that Mohbad breathed his last on Monday. Even the account that she gave, I'm going to play it again. She confirmed that she was with Mohbad through to Saturday, and she compelled Mohbad to let her go to church on Sunday, that she needs to reconnect with her God and pray. Definitely that kind of a person who now confirmed in different interview that I went to church, I was with him on Saturday till Saturday, and I went to church on Sunday, and that by Monday he breathed his last. That mother cannot mistake it for Tuesday. She confirmed that even on that Monday, she knew that I didn't stay 24 hours before contacting my son after I left his house. She will know. So she confirmed that, yes, on Monday, I called the wife. When I saw the sign, I called the wife. I said, you know what? Where is my son? Did you sleep with her, with him? And then later, the wife called and said, Mommy, and that has already established that was the day Mohbad breathed his last, on Monday. So if Lagos State government, the Attorney General of Lagos State, is presenting a nurse who claimed she came to Mohbad's house on Tuesday the 12th to treat Mohbad, that certainly means it is a charade. It's not going to be acceptable. But whatever it is, we're going to be allowing that when the truth meets this particular case and the real date Mohbad breathed his last, if it is back to the Attorney General, he will now correct himself, and with anger, the Attorney General will have to tell that nurse, you deceived me and you are trying to make a mess of my reputation and my position. For that reason, these are your new charges based on in the light of this truth. It's okay to lie to the Attorney General. It's okay to lie during your statement. But unfortunately, when you do that and later the truth catches up with you, that is why we need to what? We need to fight together, stand together to see that these truths are well established. If you have a link, if anybody has got a link on how to even contact Apple's stuff. We're going to be fine. Of course, we're going to be going to court. I don't need to hide that one. There is a way we're going to go about it. We're going to be working with the right authority. We want to blend. We're going to be working with the right authority and get that stuff out from that stuff. So let me mute for now because they want to blend. We cannot but start rearranging the key evidence and materials that are needed to pursue justice for Mohbad, because this time around you now realize the fact that we're not going to be dwelling on repetition, but the updates that will be coming now will be coming, infinitesimally, not the one that we're not looking to impress people here on this app. The only thing we are trying to use this particular platform to do is to pass the relevant message and to let you know that we are staying on course in case any new information wants to come in or anybody wants to come and share any update. We have to be up and doing. We're not going to be saying, oh, let's talk today, let's go and sleep. We have to be fully ready to ensure that we continue to pass across the right information. I'm going to repeat what the Baba Mohbad okay now before I play that one, you'll see what they are doing, because part of the things that we have to do is where even Wumi's sister confirmed that they actually bribed to stop Baba Mohbad's effort to establish who embalmed Mohbad or even tampered with the body and evidence before he arrived. I'm going to be playing that as well. But let me play again Mohbad's. So the key areas we have to be demanding now, because before we take to the streets or we want to come to peacefully protest, our voices, our demands must be uniform. We must know why we are coming out and what we want to say and what we're going to be saying together, so that at the end of the day, the government and the people or any media that are coming, they can pick on anybody to speak you to, and then they will know, oh, this demand, they are very, very germane and sacrosanct, and it's non-negotiable. LB, Molara, because whether they like it or not, Mohbad is going to get justice. Only if we choose to abdicate the struggle. No, you want thing or Moboshin law that we are here only on time on Shay law Tafi Wambi. By the time we're going to relaunch Tawa Makwalas, where Loba Shady, because Lobabade Unshiariwo is to work with the right people and deliver on the mandate. So I'm going to be playing the Mohbad's interview again. Look at her demeanor and look at her body language, where she was confirming that Mohbad breathed his last on Monday.
Saturday mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kúrò níbí báyìí tó kú níjọ́ Monday yẹn o nǹkan tí mo fi kúrò níbí báyìí Saturday kó fẹ́ lọ sí show ó dé bẹ̀ mí ó bẹ̀ mí 10 days yẹn tí mo lọ gan ó máa bẹ̀ mí á ní kí n má ti lọ mo wá ní ṣé kò ní jẹ́ kí n lọ sí church ní ọjọ́ Sunday pé mo ti lọ church fún 2 weeks pé mo fẹ́ lọ gbàdúrà pé mo ti lose ara mi pé mi lọ sí church torí church tí mo wá dárúkọ wá ṣe ní kí n máa lọ mi ìbá má kúrò níbí báyìí torí wà tìyàwó ẹ̀ wọ́n ń tàn mí tí má.
Now I'm going to be. Can you hear that? Can you all hear that? If you cannot hear, let me. If you want me to translate in English, let me know. So, but here you can see she confirmed that. I'm going to take it back. If you are a honest Nigerian, if you are a mother, you know certainly something may have propelled this mother to deny her son while he was in the mortuary. Ogun ayé wo ló lè tó yẹn? Which war is which war and battle is worse than somebody somewhere threatening or coercing a mother to deny her precious son, even while he was in the morgue, for whatever reason? What would have been the reason? What would have made her to change her tone? What would have made the entire family to turn their back against their own son? If you know that it is possible that some powerful people are trying to manipulate, coerce, threaten this woman, if the public stand up to say, you know what, you might have changed your words, you might have changed your testimony for whatever reason, whether it is for money, whether you've been threatened, you've been coerced. We are not cowards. This we have to what? We have to reestablish. Now look at it again.
Saturday mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kúrò níbí báyìí tó kú níjọ́ Monday yẹn o. Nǹkan tí mo fi kúrò níbí báyìí Saturday pé ó fẹ́ lọ sí show. Ó dé bẹ̀ mí, ó bẹ̀ mí. 10 days yẹn tí mo lọ gan, ó máa bẹ̀ mí, á ní kí n má ti lọ. Mo wá ní ṣé kò ní jẹ́ kí n lọ sí church ní ọjọ́ Sunday pé mo ò tí ì lọ church fún 2 weeks. Pé mo fẹ́ lọ gbàdúrà pé mo ti lose ara mi pé mi lọ sí church. Torí church tí mo wá dárúkọ wá ṣe ní kí n lọ. Ìbá má kúrò níbí báyìí. Torí wà tíyàwó ẹ̀ wọ́n ń tàn mí. Tí máa lọ bá promise kí mo ti fẹ́ máa lọ fún mi lówó. Kò fún torí pé kí n máa lọ kò tí ì fún mi lówó oúnjẹ, máa fún mi lówó oúnjẹ lóṣooṣù. Ṣùgbọ́n ti mọ̀ pé tẹ́mu tó máa ti lè fún mi ní owó yẹn máa lọ. Ṣùgbọ́n kò wá fún mi lówó yẹn pé kí n má bàa lọ. Ṣùgbọ́n gbà tí mo wá dárúkọ pé mò ń lọ sí church.
Which was on a Sunday.
Church pé kò jọ. Ó ní mo wá lọ báyàwó ẹ̀ náà. Ó ní mọ́mì kí lọ bọ́ ọmọ yín o. Ìgbà tí mo lọ bá ó ní òun àti ìyàwó òun làwọn ò jẹ́ ká lọ pé torí ẹ̀ náà mi ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ fóun kóun gbọ́, mi ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ fún ìyàwó òun kóun gbọ́ torí àwọn jọ planning pé kì má ti lọ. Mo rí mo nìyẹn pé wọ́n wá pè mí. Ṣì báyàwó ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ní ọjọ́ Monday yẹn. Mo ní mo kàn pé lórí phone. Mo ní promise nǹkan. Ó ní kílódé mo kò sí nǹkan kan. Mo ní ṣó sùn tí mọ́júmọ́. Ó ní sùn tí.
Can you see on that same Monday?
Mọ́júmọ́ yẹn tí nǹkan bá ṣàǹṣe ó yẹ kó mọ̀ torí mi mọ̀ mo kàn rí kó kọjá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi níbi tí mo ti ṣe prayer mo kàn rí kó rọra kọjá mo kàn sáré mú fún un wá ní ń sùn pé àmọ́ mi kì í má bínú o ipò ń sùn ni mo ní ń sùn nìyẹn ó wá ní àmọ́ mi ṣe mo gbọ́ nǹkan kan mo ní mi ò gbọ́ nǹkan kan ó wá sọ fún mi pé nítorí pé ibi tó lọ wípé ó ṣèṣe lọ́wọ́ ó wá ní ó sùn tó ti lọ perform ní ọjọ́ Sunday yẹn mo wá ní kí ló wá ṣe ó ní ó kàn fi ọwọ́ ṣèṣe ni wípé torí ẹ̀ ó ń rest nínú òkè mo ní kó torí mo ní pé kó lọ bá mi gbé fóun fún.
You know, this can never be Tuesday.
Tí wọ́n bá yẹ ti ń rest báyìí kò sẹ́ni kan tó máa èmi ìyá ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kì í disturb ẹ̀ màá kàn máa ṣílẹ̀kùn màá kàn máa wò ó tí bá wà níbí báyìí ó lè sùn látàárọ̀ di ọ̀sán gbà mí màá kàn ṣílẹ̀kùn màá wò màá rí pé kò tí jí màá padà.
Here, the woman naturally spoke her truth. What she naturally and originally know that happened to Mohbad. She said, I was in Mohbad's house for 10 days. And that 10 days was on Saturday. And now insisted, I told Mohbad that I need to go. My Mohbad doesn't want her to go. But until she told Mohbad that I need to go to church. I've been with you for a long time. At least let me go to church and let me go and pray to God. He said that was when Mohbad felt like, oh, if it is God that you want to go and pray to, I will allow you. And then she left. Said, and it was also because Mohbad was going for a show on that Sunday. So she felt like she would be alone at home and there's no need. And by Monday, she felt somehow and she called the wife. Like, where is your husband? I'm trying to reach him. I couldn't reach him. He said he was sleeping. He said, are you sure? It's no problem. No problem. That Mohbad went to show and it was in that show he sustained a slight injury. And then that was what she got to know. But she had a feeling that something had happened to her son on that day. That was on Monday. There are other interviews in different attire. She confirmed the same thing. And that is what is being covered now. And with this, and the fact that recently, maybe 3 months ago, or thereabouts, or 4 months, the father, who had been going by the 12th narrative, was forced to go back, and he went to depose to an affidavit and confirmed that Mohbad died on the 11th. So you need to see what is in play already. The demon we are already dealing with. Excuse me, guys. The demon we are dealing with. And that is a serious melee. And these are the gray areas that the detectives, now that the public were beginning to come on one side, we know clearly that for almost a year and a half, there are some syndicates that are selling some narratives, not only to create division, but to actually deceive the general public, while they are amongst us claiming they are seeking justice. Now that the wind is now blown, we have been able to endure them, we have been able to look at them, and the struggle has been able to survive them. We are now packing all those shenanigans, all those patakupa, we are putting them in a side. Now, it is important for you that are very tenacious, that when you pursue a goal, you will see it to the end. It is time for us to now reason along as a society, because it is spiritual, and it is a spiritual necessity that Mohbad gets justice before he is reburied. This young boy of 27-year-old was assumed with the basic goal of answering to the call of the universe and the public that they should deliver justice to him. The public were not wrong when we suspected that something is hidden, and that is the reason why he was buried without dignity, and he was buried to cover up all that concerned it. And at the end of the day, whatever it is that the narrative they sold out there, it is becoming clearer that it is looking likely again that chances that those that were touted to have a hand in his pie does not have it. The chances that Naira Marley Samilari has a hand in what happened to Mohbad on the day he breathed his last, the chances are very slim. Let's give it like 2% now. 2%. 98% guarantee that those that took Mohbad's life were with him in the last 48 hours and were with him in that house. And if there is going to be any external that joined them to do this, those in the house invited them or even brought them in by themselves. And these are the gray areas the police needs to investigate and establish, because it's not going to be something as usual. It is clearer that I want to talk about Mohbad. Tó bá ma fi ní nǹkan ṣe pẹ̀lú Naira Marley àti Samilari, ẹ fún ní 2%. 2% yẹn gan ó sì kò fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀. Àmọ́ pé àwọn tí ó pa gangan àwọn tó wà nulẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Mohbad, tó bá wá jẹ́ pé ará àta mi tún wà ńbẹ̀, dájúdájú wọ́n pé àwọn tó wà nílẹ̀ náà ló ṣílẹ̀kùn fólè wọn. If you look at the story, we have enough evidence again. In the testimony of Spending and the rest of others, they excused Darosha. That when Darosha was seen yẹn, ó lè jẹ́ lára nǹkan tí spirit Mohbad ṣe ń jáde yẹn pé ìwọ, is it because you have access to my wealth? Because ó ń jọ wípé gbogbo musical estate Mohbad, Darosha ló ní access sí jù. Tẹ́bá dẹ̀ rí pé ẹni kejì tó tún ní access sí òun ni Spending. Spending has access to his iCloud. I understand Darosha has access to the same iCloud. And these two people, they know the worth because the musical estate in tó ń pè ní pé platform immortalization yàtọ̀ sí Mohbad ọwọ́ àwọn méjì tó wà nìyẹn. Now the spending is trying to tell you èmi ò mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 3 a.m. Previously they were saying the Darosha was not even in the house. It did not follow them to the house. That same Darosha is no longer in Nigeria. Because it will get to a stage we will stand in front of the National Assembly, we are face to face with our lives put on the line. We will put it and we'll stamp it out. We are not accepting this. They need to pick them up and do the right thing. Travel Dubai Dubai. So basically, it's obvious when you look at the trajectory, the spending, who also is a fall guy, who wants to don't worry, I will provide whoever is going to stand as a nurse. I will admit that I submitted a nurse. All of you, I was not in the house. Not until recently, which is a new development. This Wumi confession establishing that Darosha was in the house. Don't forget, it came after the police had already charged the nurse and spending. It's not in the investigation in that police in Lagos State. And of course, there was no opportunity to present that new development before the coroner judge. So even if we're going to be blaming the police in Lagos State, and we would have to tone down, knowing fully well that, of course, you know, though the police didn't do discreet, comprehensive job for whatever reason, for whatever has happened, but that is why we are saying we are not backing down. We are working. We're going to be working with the same government, the federal government, and the police to do justice to this case and deliver on the mandate. So I can tell you for free that our lawyers are already in contact with them, the DIG, FCID, because the case file was lifted via a signal from Abuja, from the presidency to the police, then the police down to SCID. Please release that stuff. As a matter of fact, I think the police officers, the detective, they travel down to Lagos to lift up everything on the order of the presidency. So that information, you know, is what I have, but it's 50-50 on that one. But from all indication, I think they actually came to Lagos to lift it up. But of course, Lagos State CID, the OC, that's why I dropped his number the other time. He confirmed that the case has been transferred. Everywhere I've written petition to, they've harmonized it and they've taken it to Abuja. And to those of you, I think one person contacted the police officer, which was sent to me. He sent some stuff, but though the person was writing junks there to him, he said, I'm not part of whatever they're trying to send to you, but I gave your number out. I'm not going to deny that. So they called the OC, the superintendent of police, SP Ibrahim, because, you know, it's quite funny. Normally on a good day, these are information that if it is just an NGO pursuing it, you don't have to be coming to social media to be giving update where people will start analyzing it. Is it correct? Is not correct? Something that it's you that you're, but it's what it is at this point. You have to find a way, an equilibrium, find a way to be able to pass information, because anybody will just on the camera and say, I don't believe that, I believe this, I do that, and people who should genuinely respect the efforts of people would start, you know, analyzing it and, you know, negatively constructive and disconstructively destroying the effort and discouraging. It's taking a whole lot of courage to continue in this struggle up until this stage, because before we could understand that most of these people that are just doing all this, I want to talk about it, I want to criticize it, I want to analyze, some of them are doing it in good faith, but majority are double agents. They are being, you know, paid to reduce the potency of the struggle. Normally it's not meant to be, or not meant to be discussing, sharing this kind of information, but we cannot deny the fact that we are only privileged to represent the public. Most of these people on TikTok, they wish they can be in the front line like ourselves, but the way they can support is what they are doing, and they want to know. And so to deny the public the daily information or intermittent information is like trying to hoard it to yourself. Like it doesn't belong to me. Mohbad's case does not belong to me. It doesn't belong to my NGO. It belongs to the public. We are only presenting our NGO as a structured body to be the voice of the public in dealing with, certified institution. And at this stage, it is not what we as an NGO can just be facing the police. So our lawyers are already in serious communication and contact with the FCID, and as soon as a credible lead surface, we'll let you know. I don't know how far they have gone. They might have gone farther than what we think, and but of course, as complainants, it is important that before we can actually know what is going on, we must be able to present as if I'm in Nigeria now, I would have shown up there. But because there are some certain serious things that I am doing in cause of justice for Mohbad while I'm here, because there are some things that are, at the stage you come, but we need to work, so until I'm able to achieve that, Timbasari abandon here, because Omatula affect, I might still have to come back again. So I want that one to be completed, and if that one is completed, it will be a very big boost to the justice for Mohbad struggle, as in a clear-cut big boost. So we are not looking into one direction, and that's why I will always welcome any genuine justice fighter that will go out and say, okay, let me try this angle to see if it's going to bring results, instead of criticizing this person's effort, attacking this one, except we know that, that one you're going, there is no route and there's no way in that one. It's an ambush. Except that one, we would always welcome, and it's always very important to look into this. We have not stopped. We have been on this case every day. As for me and those that I know on TikTok, majority of us, since almost 2 years. A lot of people on TikTok, they have been on it, but me, I can say for myself, personally, if I speak about myself, I will tell you, since August 2024, I have never rested a day. No day. I have never done one thing or the other in the cause of justice for Mohbad. Not even a day. It has never happened. We have been doing all we can, and that is how we have gotten to this stage. So many of the tied north in the struggle, it's a ship of injustice. They've already packed it up. The sailor was already sailing with the occupants, and before we could all get our ass together and start finding the technical means to redirect the ship back, a ship that is sailing on high speed in the middle of an ocean, the ship of injustice, to redirect it and say it should sail to the right direction is not going to be a child's play. So basically, that was Mama Mohbad's voice. You are there, are confirming. So we have more than enough, about four different individuals that are very close to Mohbad that have been able to establish Mohbad died on the 11th. It is only left the wife, Adura and Darusha. Those are the ones that are yet to confirm that Mohbad died on the 11th for reasons best known to them. But I can tell you for free, the message that came from that TikTok account came from Adura. His idea to say I wasn't the one is baseless, is criminal, and is new-setting. No sensible person should ever even buy that, because I was there. I gave them the opportunity to convince me. I can tell you all for free that investigation activities that I went through, the police in Lagos State Command, they said nothing. And I have nothing to gain. If the police convince me that it was Adura, and I see that, it was, as at that time, I wouldn't even be seeing myself that I've lost the battle, because if it is not Adura and it is Damola, it is still the same thing. And even at all, there is no way I want, if I will still have to pursue until you want to camp with here, but now lawyer to what I want the body, yes, sir. Even if at all I want to pretend as if I want to say, okay, oh, it's not you, Adura. Don't worry. The video that was sent is Mohbad's house. The confession concerns Mohbad. And it went through your TikTok, it went through your phone, and you had the video for a long time. You're already in the matter. It's your problem with whoever you claim stole your phone or you sold your phone to. And at the end of the day, it wasn't that they even stole your phone. You confirmed in the front of the international press conference, including represented people from even some embassies, foreign media, that you deliberately sold your phone or phone like your password like delete. So if you continue to maintain that is how the phone got to the Damola, you are part of it. You'll be anytime until they investigate everything. Until Tiolok Baba ti ṣe ìwádìí confession yẹn, chat tó send yẹn àti video yẹn tó ṣe tó fi ẹ̀rí múlẹ̀ pé kò jọra wọn tó dẹ̀ wò pé confession yẹn ṣé bí Mohbad ṣe kú ni. That is the only time you as the brother can say, yes, I am free. But for you to say, don't mention my name, don't do this, it's like you are telling your stupid likes, when you know, kindergarten like yourself, that it's not connected to you. Because even Damola phone hack into your phone. The fact that it passed through your TikTok, original TikTok account, the fact that it was the phone that you owned before, totally, because there is no way, if police run a forensic on that phone, over the last pay, Anthony phone, you one Adura Loni, Kotomo Boya, Damola Koloa behind the phone here, they will come for you first. And unfortunately, I want to tell you, Lagos State, they are not good enough. They want to cover up a serious crime for you, they want to do something. They didn't do anything. They only deceived you guys, because it is natural for them to know that if they want to now threaten anybody to believe in their lies, not somebody of my caliber, I'm not going to be in that route. I'm not going to be in that kind of, I'm not a walkover. That a police officer will just come and say, Mr. Ami, we have done our investigation. It's not Adura that was chatting with you. It's Damola. How? Don't worry. Just believe us. Do you think that's... I don't know who is deceiving these lads. They think that is what they use police for. Police will do their discreet investigation, and the moment they even messed it up, when they wanted to charge the Damola to court, they refused to add anything that has to do with the confession and the video. Because if you now look into the content of a video, you will now be able to establish a crime. So they did not touch on the particular confessional statement and the content of the video as part of the charges they took Damola. So it shows clearly that the Lagos State Police Command and the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, the old one and the current one, they are trying to cover up a murder confession and evidence. And that is unacceptable, because like I told you guys, I have no reason to be scared of this kind of people, because it's not making sense. These are police officers that have children at home. These are police officers that are meant to stand by truth and justice. If they're now using a uniform to do something as criminalized, you are good to speak up, because it's not making sense. I went there, they told me that, oh, the woman went on national TV and said, oh, they even asked the Yomi fabiyi to come to command to come and see the video. He didn't go there. I said, look at lies. I went there again. I took protesters. Even I took people that are not on my side. I don't even scrutinize or screen anybody. I said, all of you follow. Let's protest down there. We met with the Commissioner of Police. The videos are out there. He received us. Let's see the video. They refused not to mention it. And they promised. They said, don't worry, Mr. Yomi. That particular phone, don't worry, they will get what is inside. And whatever is inside, they will work on it and send to the DPP. They promised me that. Because I saw the demeanor and the body language of the top police officers, including the Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP, Pati Ahmed. They realize that I'm fighting for a just cause. That is not a child's play. I sat in a position for almost about 4 hours. Tutu.
Oh, shh.
Thank you. So, basically, for me to put the lives of protesters, we went there. They are public servants. We asked, and we are standing for a Nigerian citizen. It could be anybody. And this younger brother is still acting this way because, like I said, there are some terrible criminals, social misfits, trying to aid and abet these people behind. We don't know their names yet. We don't know who they are. But as soon as we get to know, trust me, you will see what will happen. But certainly, I am seeing a huge. So that is the breakdown, and that is why I'm speaking up so that all of you can hear. That is what they are doing. And when this complaint got to the president, they took the case of how far they will go in Abuja. We will know the cause of. So whether they are trying to shield some people, powerful people, they don't want them to move back to get justice, we will know as soon as we can. But trust me, we are on it. Break the Silence Foundation is on this, and we will ensure that we leave no stone unturned. Remember, I need to give some certain updates again. Where is it?
I'm not in
Was you online? Let me quickly show this part so that you know what I'm saying. Okay, now. They don't really know what is on ground. They don't know.
All right, so let's go to our first interview segment. Actor and activist Yomi Fabiyi has been at the forefront of finding justice for late singer Ileoluwa Oladimeji Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad. Through his foundation, he has organized several protests, written several petitions to relevant agencies, calling for the arrest and questioning of people like his wife and other family members of the popular artist Mohbad. The Break the Silence Foundation is led by Yomi Fabiyi. Mohbad, who passed away on September 12, 2023, has remained a subject of national discourse due to suspicions of foul play surrounding his death. Despite public outcry and an ongoing investigation, his death remains unresolved, leaving fans, family, and activists frustrated. Mr. Fabiyi joins me now in the studio to have more discussions on this. Thank you so much for coming.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. So over the years, since last year to now, when Mohbad died, you've been at the forefront of calling for justice for Mohbad. Now, as it is right now, what is the update you have for us?
Yeah, thank you so much. Over the few years and months, we've been looking for clues. Police, they've investigated the matter, and they've arrested a couple of people.
Yeah.
And as God will have it, a confession came through to me.
Okay.
And it did not come through narrating how Mohbad actually had a fight with the wife. It came with a clip, 30 seconds video from the brother, Adura Aloba. And upon that, the onus was on us as a foundation to further investigate that and ensure that we see through to it and know that, is this real, is this not real? And we put up a press conference to smoke more information out, and luckily he attended. He was given the open field to express himself. And it led to another revelation. That was when we got to know that the 3 seconds video has an extension, and it is a 10 minutes video.
Wow.
And then in the confession via TikTok DM, he said, I have a video of a fight between Cynthia and my brother. And then it further explained,
Cynthia being
Wumi, and then it further explained that she pushed my brother and he knocked his head on the floor.
okay.
Now I said, for me to believe you, can I see a clip or anything related? He sent a 30 seconds video, partly blood. I'm like, I investigated. Is this Mohbad's house? And at the end of the day, went through the police. We got an order to enter into Mohbad's house, and the tiles of the floor looked like that video that was sent to me. I said, I'm not going to stop. And then I wrote a petition to the Assistant Inspector General of Police. I wrote to the Lagos State Command, SCID. Suddenly, nothing is happening. A snail pace investigation was going on, and I was ambushed.
Okay.
The Commissioner of Police invited me. Oh, it's not Adura that was shouting you up. It's one Damola Ayinde Abib. Ayinde Abib was also one of those that took Mohbad's body to the hospital, and it was declared BID. So either of them, they are credible witness. I pressed further, and that was when it came to the press conference, and it declared that yes, in that video, 3 people were there: Mohbad, the wife, and one person. He refused to mention the name. We became more curious. They came, they disrupted, and he left. I went to report to the AIG that I can't do this on my own. I can't put laws into my hand. This guy has got something to say. And he was invited to the AIG. That was where he gave the identity, the description of a third person, one Zomo. He now said, oh, it's the third person is one Zomo, and the wife and Mohbad. Okay, what does he do? He gave a description. I started doing everything I can to smoke the guy out. And by the time I was doing that, the wife came on your show on TVC here and said, oh, it's one guy, Mohbad's friend. That was the person she was fighting with. You were fighting with your husband's friend. And Mohbad will now be recording your fight for 10 minutes in his own house.
So you think there are several lacunas in this investigation?
Terrible lacunas. And when you look at it, there are allegations of fight here, there, and there. And I'm looking at it. This is Nigeria. We want it to get better. Whatever the case may be, sentiment must be set aside. The public were so much loud, and attention was shifted on people from outside. But this is homicide. And with the look of things, we're getting to hear that, okay, there was blood, there was this, there was that, there was railing broken. For whatever it is, everybody around Mohbad needs to be put on pre-arrest and probably drilled.
So what do you think now has been stalling this investigation? It's been ongoing for quite a while. We're also aware that it's not been buried yet.
That's another sad thing. And when you look at it, the 30 seconds video has an extension, and the phone is with the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State. The former Commissioner of Police, when I was invited to the Commissioner of Police, I was the victim. I was the one that wanted to be defrauded. I asked that, have you seen the extension of this video? The police officer told me in clear terms that they are not treating, or they are not going to be looking into that area. They are only going to be looking into impersonation. I said, your command is investigating a bigger crime, homicide, murder, and you're looking for what by Mohbad. And somebody sent this kind of a message with a 30 seconds video that you know the remainder is in the same phone with you. And you don't want to open it for me to see. You don't want the world to see. What is going on? The officer said that is not the area of interest. Now they are shielding that phone, which is a key. To be honest with you, if that phone is opened, it will lead us to something that will bring closure to this matter. We have the opinion that the key suspects that are needed in getting justice for Mohbad are in that video.
So what more have you done to ensure that the police can gain access to that video and conclude this investigation?
Thank you so much. I've written to the Commissioner of Police. We're meant to do a protest on the 27th of February. The Commissioner of Police, new Commissioner of Police, Mr. Moshood Jimo, he said, please don't do it. Honor me. Bring your protest to the command. Come and express yourself. And I gave my speech. I expressed myself that your command is not meant to cover up for criminals. There is a phone that is domiciled in this command, Commissioner of Police Special Squad 1. They have the phone.
Okay.
The 3 seconds video has got violence in it. The extension is in the same phone with you. Use the phone and copy it to the DPP, Director of Public Prosecution, so that it can help them in coming up with the advice. They refuse to do that. And that is the bone of contention now.
So let's talk about Yomi now. Has she been involved in this investigation with you as well? Because she made some allegations some time back.
No, the point is, it's quite sad. It's funny that while I'm fighting for the father of our son, I'm fighting for justice for Mohbad.
Yeah.
She's meant to cooperate with me. But what I am seeing is unnecessary banters, blackmails. And for somebody like me, I'm not going to be moved. Because as we speak now, whatever intent or purpose, spouse, father, mother, brother, they are meant to support what we're doing. Murder is a public matter. Homicide is a public matter. It's not a family field. So this particular case is a public matter. And what is quite funny, is strange, that the place where I'm supposed to be getting encouragement and support is where I'm getting criticism.
So that leads me to my next question. What is in it for you? Why have you been consistent in this cause?
Number one, I believe in the Nigerian project. The president of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is doing everything to ensure that this country works for everybody, including the poor. And when it comes to the case of justice, Mohbad has got right to life. It was taken away from him. And the bigger picture is this. You and I, we want to live in a free and secure society. And our home should be safe for all of us. Domestic violence is unacceptable. Nobody should go towards that area. And when you're looking at the health and the safety of this country, we must fight to ensure that this country continues to get better. Every day, not to engage in unnecessary fear, cowardice that will take the country backwards. If people are asking us to be scared and to be silent when people are committing crime and they want to be the one to decide the fate of the country, then why are we giving birth to children? Whatever we choose not to act upon now, that are ills of a society, are going to be waiting for our children.
Okay, so she also accused you of, she says you've been getting grants and some monies to facilitate its investigation running into millions of dollars. How true is that?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know the kind of poverty she's been exposed to.
Let's avoid
No. The point is this,
let's stick with the issues. She accused you of this. Is it true?
No, the point is, when she was accusing, she was trying to lie and blackmail. I run an NGO, and people would have to fund and support NGOs. Okay. And as a matter of fact, the kind of funds we have even received so far for a complex case like this is nothing to write home about with what we have been doing. Because at the end of the day, we need a whole lot of stuff to do this, to achieve and get justice, not just for Mohbad, but for other people that have similar cases.
All right.
So the money she's spoken about is because she doesn't even understand the value of me as an artist. Because if you look at the protests we've had in front of the Coroner Court, Lagos State House of Assembly, Lagos State Police Command, I've been to Royal Pine Estate, my appearance fee as an artist, you know how it obtains.
Yeah.
Picture me going into those things. How much will I be paid to participate in each of those stuff?
Right.
So she's not even placing value on my own craft and my time. That 10 million, 2 appearances, the 10 million is gone.
All right. So we will have this discussion ongoing with time as the investigation advances. But Yomi, thank you so much for coming and talking to us and for sticking to this course. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right.
So that was I hope if you like the interview, is it okay for me to put a clap? Do you enjoy the interview? Do I put a clap or you're not satisfied? Do you have any question to ask? Do I put a clap for that interview? So I have about 5 years since then I'll put a clap. Oh thank you. Let me put a clap. So that has been this interview was in March, if I'm not is it March or April 2025, 2 or 3 months ago or thereabouts. So basically now what we are now that the coast is clear, because like I said, there are no distractions, there is no those that relied on the other aspects, they've seen what they want to do. Even if the police in the Abuja are going to be, going into the matter, or they have gone into the matter, I don't know how far they've gone. It's very important for us to go to court and sue the police, not because they've done wrong, but because of what we've experienced with the Lagos State Police Command. We are going to be going to court to demand that the judge should ask the police to not only ask the police to retrieve the remainder of the 3 seconds video, but that the court should demand that phone forensic should be done virtually and digitally or manually on Adura's phone and the Damola's phone, so that we can establish which of them truly did all this stuff and the role they've played or whatever information they have. Particularly Adura, it needs to be properly drilled. And of course, we're going to be going to court to demand that a phone forensic should be done on Wumi, Cynthia Aloba and the Darosha. It should be called in for questioning, and whereby the truth will be established. And whether we like it or not, there are other sundry litigation that we have to start initiating now through our lawyers representing Break the Silence Foundation, because this concerns us. Yes, all line of inquiry should be explored in homicide. Yes, all line of inquiry. Yes, thank you so much for that. Beautiful. Now that police has finished what they want to do with spending and not, that advice has been out. The coroner inquest has ended. This is now a new lead that came to Break the Silence Foundation, and we're going to be pursuing it the right way. Now it is okay for us to now start approaching the courts while we're going to be getting that. So even if the order comes that the police in Abuja should get Adura, run a phone forensic on him, and for transparency's sake, because we have gone through a lot, we wrote to Panti. Panti gave a snail pace investigation. They messed it up. They tried to take us to Lagos State Police Command, SS Squad 1. They said they are not going to be looking into the video and the phone. They only want to look part of the case. They charged Damola to court. They said they are not going to be investigating any homicide confession or the content of the phone. They don't want to look into it, and they charged part of it. I said that is not okay. We approached the AIG, Assistant Inspector General of Police. They started whatever they need to do. They brought Adura in as well as Damola. They did a discreet investigation. It got stalled at some point after we obtained extension. After an extension was obtained to keep them for 15 days so that they can use the opportunity, something happened. They ambushed us by the following Monday, while we all are meant to resume back to Zone 2, AIG's office, Zone 2. The next thing is they packed the 2 suspects and they said order came from above that they should transfer them back again to Panti, where the Mohbad's case is originally domiciled, the homicide department. We went to Panti again on Tuesday. We did the whole stuff and they processed all of us together. I said my own. Their lawyer was there to represent them. I didn't have a lawyer then because I thought I don't need a lawyer. I never knew I needed a lawyer. So, but of course, I was gallant and I pursued my point and my argument holistically. And the police officers there, these are professional police officers, they came to the conclusion and said, you know what, there is no two ways about it. This case will have to continue. You are here, Damola, you are here, Adura. You can see, you are claiming, Damola, that you deleted the evidence. You have to go and write that in the statement. You, Adura, you have to tell us why you kept the video in your phone for so long and you never present it. That is, you have a case to answer in that one. And then the Wumi, we'll have to bring her in. You have to give us our contacts. And the Zomo, we have to bring him in. We'll investigate everybody and then we'll establish. And then the police said they will go to the Commissioner of Police Office, SS Squad 1, to check into the content of that phone. That particular video in question, they will ask the officers to duplicate it for them and they will juxtapose it with the confessional statement. That was where it ended. As at that time, it got stalled, and we wanted to protest. They were like, "Don't do it now," and we realized that a lot of double agents that were acting like they were with us, they were beginning to show their true color. They were trying to say, "This is the time they have to end this Yomi. They will have to silence Yomi by all means. They have to do this," and they set so many traps for me. They set trap for me at the coroner inquest. They set trap if I'm going to be doing I don't know what's going on. Please, part tab. They are sending something on maybe they are trying to flag me. Lori, please part tab, guys. Also, we can content. They are sending a message. So basically, they try to do everything they can, and that was how the case was stopped. Please, part tab, do everything you can. They are sending that serious warning. They want them to take this life. Don't allow them. So at this point, that was what we got stuck. And when we realized that was not going to yield, because part of those that claim they are fighting for justice, maybe out of envy, they claim to be in Baba Mohbad's circle, but with Baba Mohbad, with those people, they were jubilating that, oh, that case was, dead on arrival. I don't know, but I want to believe it is pure rivalry, envy, and people are trying to say they want to arrogate the stuff about Mohbad to themselves. But unfortunately, they were not understanding that we are going to continue to speak the truth, and we are doing the right thing that this struggle requires. If they didn't block us in so many ways, we would have delivered on this mandate with less, noise and stuff. We would have delivered on the mandate. But it is what it is. We learn every day, and we've learned our lessons that most likely when you're in this kind of a struggle, obstacles will keep coming, and according, lessons are there, and I know where they've affected our struggle as an NGO, and we know what was our shortcoming. The only problem and the only stuff we had was we were not ready for this struggle. There was no fund to pursue this case, but we went into it, and at the end of the day we realized that it's not something I can do alone, and that put us in a very precarious situation. And a lot of people saw that as an opportunity, not only to ambush, to obstruct, to attack, to degrade, and to defame. They seized the opportunity of the fact that the NGO needs funding, and they used it and they abused it to the best of their ability. But that can be forgiven, because at the end of the day, it's not meant to stop us from pursuing what we're going to be pursuing, and we're going to be on it. We have been spending the last couple of 4, 5 weeks, 6 weeks without coming to the public to demand, because we are hell-bent on saying that we get justice on this. Beautifully one. Yes, I saw the recent, we've played it yesterday. I'm still going to play VDM's recent one here, but it's just a follow-up of what was going on yesterday, and it's quite sad that those thoughts were there, but I will still come to them. I'm just trying to give this particular one. What is in our post? What is in our post? You should expect there will be reactions and stuff like that. I blocked that anyway, so I don't know how I'm going to get that one. Whoever screenshot, anybody that can screenshot our stuff to me can send it to me. So,
Mr. Yomi Karo, Mojim.
So that has been how far we have gone with the woman's voice note that came to me in June. She sent the message June 2nd. I deliberately not bring them out until now, and I know some of you've heard Umi's voice note trying to explain indirectly to me what actually transpired apart, and in our explanation we also got more revelation and more truth came out. And though they might think nothing will be done to it, that no process, but we're now at the stage of compiling the angle at which we want to cushion, apart from the 3 seconds video, the other relevant new lead that can make the police to go back to the case and say, if truly something happened 3 a.m. to Mohbad, and you all covered it up. Certainly, we have to go back to that investigation. So the police in Abuja, we need to keep them abreast that, another angle that you need to also look into, which is different from what the officers in Lagos have done, that is not in any of the documents before you, that is not even before the coroner inquest, is that something happened to Mohbad 3 a.m. except the driver that said it at the coroner inquest. The driver that drove Mohbad's Prado was at the coroner inquest in March or April, and he testified that something happened to Mohbad. He confirmed there was fights between Mohbad and the wife. So it is now a germane trajectory. The driver confirmed Mohbad and the wife were fighting while they were on their way to the house. And at the end of the day, if that testimony through Adura's TikTok is to be go by, that means she's now corroborating. Now, the driver did not follow them inside the house. The driver said they fought right from Ikorodu to Lekki Royal Pine Estate. And the driver's testimony of the fight between Wunmi and Mohbad ended at the gate. But Adura, through this confession, as at that time, don't get it twisted, as at that time, this driver had not even been to the coroner inquest to say Mohbad and Wunmi fought in the car. We only got this information in December that Adura was confirming that Wunmi pushed Mohbad after during a fight, he knocked his head on the floor. So when you look at it, the fight between Wunmi and Mohbad that was confirmed by the driver from Ikorodu through to the front of the gate of the house, that is the limit of his testimony until driver Henry money, and Wunmi never denied having other altercation arguments with Mohbad. She confirmed it recently that yes, we had an argument, but she didn't say, oh, I squeezed his neck, I did that. Now Adura, who was able to move, he was in another car, but went with them into the house, said Wunmi had a fight with Mohbad and he pushed Mohbad, he knocked the head on the floor. That is now corroborative testimony. And under the law, there is something we call circumstantial evidence and witness account. This, if you make them together, we are now having a new lead that has not been private or available to the police in Lagos State. Maybe they had it, but they choose not to use it. But we would assume that police and the DPP, they never had this kind of evidence. And then, with that, we are already having a standard witness account. Witness account. Okay, Ades Kofu was not even mentioned in our testimony, so thank you, beautifully one. So that is two witnesses. I think the driver is mature enough and is bold enough to stand, and if he is invited to court, he will testify that yes, you had a fight with him in my car, and this is it, and this is it. Nothing can change that. So only left is Adura to stand by what is sent. So whatever the case may be, if he refused to stand by it, if the police will now do us the due diligence, they should now extract the remainder of the video. In fact, not just even that video alone. I am of the opinion if you go into Adura's archive and that phone, they will see series of video that is connected and can establish justice for Mohbad. Not just that video alone. So if Adura refuses not to say, I don't want to hold up now, I am becoming a coward, certainly it's easier for the police to now extract. So him saying I'm not the one that shouted Yomi Fabiyi, I'm not the one that do this, maybe the lawyers are not telling him the honest truth. I have not seen the extension of that video. I have not seen police investigate the confession that Mohbad fought Cynthia, or Cynthia fought Mohbad, and she pushed Mohbad and he knocked the head off. Because those two have not been thoroughly investigated, and these testimonies went through Adura's original TikTok account, and the 3 seconds was taken from the phone. Adura admitted, I owned it before, I sold it to somebody. So whoever you sold it to is now inconsequential, it's secondary. Since you own the phone and you own the content that was sent to me, there is no way I will be mentioning another person. So you coming to say you sit on the social media or one half-baked whatever is saying, are you the one that shot? No, I'm not the one, and you expect me to accept. It's because you think I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know why I'm into activism or why I am investigating this matter. And then if any police officer who I look is not acting like a honest and unbiased umpire is telling me to my face, at least I was lucky. I was not the only one there when the police were saying we are not looking into that homicide confession or what is in that phone. Baba Mohbad came out, in spite of him not, aligning or supporting what I was doing. He came out to corroborate that right before me, and a lawyer was also there. And the police said the compo, in their words, which reads in part, the compo asked us not to look into the content of that phone or that chat. So we are looking just at who chatted you up, and we are telling you it's Damola, and we are charging him to court. I said, that's not right, but I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, but I can tell you I am not satisfied. And of course, I am going to reserve the right to tell you that with what you have just said, without showing me anything, and the demeanor of this young guy, I am sorry, I'm going to be willing to write my statement now. I don't believe him. And before the same police officers, in that same command, Special Squad 1, go and look at my statement. I wrote it in capital letter. I do not believe that Damola Adekola was the one that shouted me up. So if anybody is going to speak to this Adura, and whoever is trying to make a mess of his IQ and Tofe Bayege, because of Emi Osoleyin, I said it even before the police officer that is on your side, and I wrote the statement while I was there. I don't care whatever they have planned to do for me on that day, but God, as God will have it, it was a den. I went in there and I came out. Just the way they thought that all about the Mosafu, but mo fi lọ gba Kuto, ẹ̀yin kọ́ mi lè sáfò gbóyin bẹ́ẹ̀, mo fi Ọlọ́run babura lẹ́yìn ikú sáré. But they, if you don't make them look important in their own way, they will think they ntẹ́ tó wà nílẹ̀ kọjá kínní. So ntẹ́ mi story ẹ̀ wá síbí. Apart from the fact that my son is involved, there are so many investigations that has to be done. Me gbọ́dọ̀ mẹ́nuba. I'm not meant to say it until it yield and they give a green light. So I was so certain that come believe so much in the neighbor's CCTV. If I had known, I would have waited then and allowed those people to do what they want to do. But I went back to Nigeria and I was not here to be with them, so all affected. But now we're going to sort that, and certainly we also have the neighbor's CCTV that the police will still look into and bring closure and truth to justice for Mohbad. And it's because it's now lighter. Most of these, paid agents, most of this, they are just out of the old fray. And if we're going to come out to give any update, it must be very solid and concise. Instead of every day looking at what steps have they taken, let me antagonize it. I am the one that is smarter, I'm the one that is brilliant, I'm the one that is intelligent. You cannot be intelligent and be better than those on the field, because at the end of the day, if they are not reporting back to you and you are not looking into activities people are doing, like you are part of it, you cannot judge. You can't be. Everybody will always be a coach on the sideline. Only few people are genuinely criticizing and constructively looking at what are they doing. Let's commend them, let's motivate them, let's support them. You will only give small room for criticism, because at the end of the day, even police officers and soldiers on battlefield, it will be a serious disservice to be looking for their mistakes all the time, and you want them to give you victory. People that are putting their lives on the line. If you are a parent, if you are raised properly, if you know that certainly these people are doing the right thing, all they need to do is let's cushion them, let's encourage them, let's advise them, let's give them, support. The results will come. Not a direct habit of let us destroy whatever they are doing, let us talk them down, let us act like it's not. The era of competition is over. We will be left with few people. And we will fẹ́ dúró tọ́wọ́ pé táwọn ará ṣe yìí àti mọ̀ pé NGO yìí arákùnrin ó fẹ́ ṣe kínní. The only lapses is having is lacking support here, is lacking human resources There are some that we don't even need money. We just need somebody to say, I have this connection. There are some we just need people to come physically to volunteer. Everything is not money. But they've used everything money to want to discourage us, and we are here, we are still standing. And we will stand and we'll continue to fight till the end until everybody gets to understand us better. And going forward, while we are playing our part to nation building, I know certainly we won't be able to face this kind of stumbling blocks and attack again. It will never, I know it will never happen again. But it's part of the drill, it's part of the things that we have to face, and it is what it is. So I'm going to be allowing people to come up. If you want to come up, please send your requests, and let's see how far we can go. But the update is that we'll have to quickly go to court very soon. We have to file some charges against the police that they should look into that. So even if they are going to be doing it, if we come up with a court order that they should look into the phone of Adura and the extension that they have been denying us, the police officers in Abuja should do it. It will be very easy, because they will say, yes, there is a court order now, and these are real people that are on this matter. A judge has given the order that it is wrong for police to continue to block accessing the extension of that phone. And if they cannot get it on that phone, they should make sure a phone forensic is done on Adura's phone and Mohbad's iCloud. It must be done. And at that point, a message should be sent to Apple to release the iCloud of Mohbad on the 11th, 12th, and the 13th. 10th, 11th, and 12th. Very importantly, if they should do that, we'll get where we are going. And that is what we're going to be doing. Which courts we are going to use, when we're going to strike and do all that, please. So even if police are going to do it, which they will do, but it's still very important at this stage, based on the experience that we've had, so that they won't start playing us again, because we are fighting with demons that we don't know. You can see a lot of WhatsApp group. They will want to say, let's go and bribe our way, but by the time we're able to work with the police and then we get this court order for them to do it, it will be so clear and direct. At that point, the government will say, this is not the one we can block again. We cannot ask the NGO to stop demanding that they should investigate the 3 seconds video. We can't. And if we have to investigate it and deliver on that mandate, certainly something that will bring us to closure. If not the real evidence, the real incident that happened, it will take us to the real incident that will get Mohbad the justice he long deserved. And immediately, in the light of that new lead, they will pick whoever is in that video up, all of them. They will have to pick them up, and they will face the crime committed by taking the life of the young boy in his own house, in his own bedroom, in his own house. Is that bad? And all this happened before, how Mohbad died, what happened to him that led him to that loss of blood and all of that, happened before the wife, the younger brother, the Darusha of the guy. I understand he's not in Nigeria now, but I can tell you, no matter what it is, he will find his way back if anything comes up fully to show he played a part. And that way, there is no two ways about it. So that is that. If you want to join this discussion, you can send your request on TikTok, most importantly, so that I can bring panelists up. If you want to ask anything, you can just do that now. And please be very brief with your submission. Please be very brief. Hello, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ujun. I'm calling from Lagos.
Okay, how are you doing? Ujun.
I'm great. How are you doing, sir? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your truth and standing by the truth no matter what. God bless you.
You're most welcome.
So I just have one question in this whole thing, because everybody is just trying to have what is it called, a clarity, right? Everybody just trying to like we are still very much confused, right? Everybody is still very much confused, even though we have a little bit of more clarity than how we had before. You understand? but we are still very much confused. So one question I have is, you were there at the coroner inquest and all the court cases, right?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't there. I wasn't frequent at the coroner. I was there to protest, to support the coroner inquest, and to demand
Yeah.
that some certain things should be done. But of course, all the
You had an idea. You had an idea.
yeah.
Great, great. Okay, so my question is, why is it that the only CCTV footage that was, given to the court or was provided to the public is the CCTV footage of the nurse coming to the house? So that means there was a CCTV footage, but nobody else passed through that door aside the nurse. Why is it so?
I'm sorry to actually disappoint you.
Right.
I've been to Mubarak's house, and I doubt that images that is flying around is the CCTV of Mubarak's house.
Exactly.
I think the police only confirmed that they went through Mubarak's CCTV, but
Yeah.
not. You understand? They only said they went through the CCTV, but they didn't give the details of what was in the CCTV.
Yeah. I'm not Yoruba. Sir.
I'm going to translate that.
Okay.
The monkey says that when you get to the tail, jump it. Don't step on the tail. Because
Exactly.
So I think the police chief then, the commissioner of police, only mentioned that there was CCTV, and they didn't tell us the content of the CCTV or whatever has happened to it. So, and it's quite sad that at the end of the day, including the family, the lawyer representing the family.
Yeah.
Whether the lawyer was representing Mubad, I don't know, but I think the lawyer was representing the father, the interest of the father.
Right.
And he never mentioned that my son has got a CCTV, or there was talk around CCTV. Can we ask that the police should extract or lift the CCTV? Nobody was talking about where the DVR is. And at the end, when we went into the house and later we investigated, they said, oh, there was CCTV, it was installed but was not working. And at some point, the same Darosha said, oh, it was working, but it stopped working after 3 months. How many months?
So exactly is there is a CCTV camera. We have to actually agree. We are not stupid here. Nobody is a child here. There is a CCTV camera. But the problem is they don't want nobody to see the CCTV camera or the footage of the CCTV camera.
Exactly.
But they're not provided what they want us to believe, which is a nurse walking into. I'm not even sure that person is a nurse, right? They just provided a video of somebody walking into a room. Exactly.
It's a 4-person. That nurse.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Or the nurse actually came on the 11th. So when the incident happened.
Remember they said they went to go and call a nurse. So which means that nurse did not just walk in there alone. Somebody must have come in there with her, right? So how did she know the address? How did she know the place to walk in there?
The story they gave was that the nurse was called. Then she said she was unavailable on the 11th, Monday.
Yeah.
She can only come on Tuesday, and that when she arrived about 2:30 p.m. And at the end of the day, now recently, Wumi, having confirmed the testimony of the driver that yes, 3 people came out in the middle of the night.
Right.
And when she was saying it, I don't know, have you heard it?
Yes, sure.
She said they went out because they wanted to go and look for a pharmacy.
And they ended up getting Panadol and then Kotiwu and then Spirit.
Look at
this whole thing is not adding up, brother. It's not adding up.
So how would three gentlemen risk their life in the middle of the night to go and look for Panadol? If it is Panadol, then that means the pain is not severe.
So why did the nurse now end up coming exactly?
Exactly. So if it was Panadol, you thought
this is crazy.
The point is this: if they went out 3 a.m. and Panadol is what was needed,
exactly.
So why would the nurse?
Mind you, sir. Sorry. Mind you, there was no bleeding from that wound. The driver, Spending and Prime, but they all confirmed that there was no bleeding from that wound. It was just a swollen wound, a scratch. So that Kotiwu and Spirit was not even needed.
It was needed, but not for that hand. Something else happened.
Oh, you're right.
So they don't want to state what exactly happened. That is where we are now connecting the dots of the confession.
What that was needed for. Exactly.
Wumi pushed Mohbad, he hit the head on the floor.
You know, when it comes to Adura, the post that he made on Instagram, I'm very, very sure. I'm not a child. I've seen him speak. I've heard him speak for the first time, and I'm very, very sure he didn't post that. He didn't post that. I'm not a baby. Mr. Fabi, let's be sincere here. He didn't post that. He didn't write any of that. Okay, so I've done my little, tiny winnie interviews, and I've seen that her sister-in-law has his what's it called? Record his music link on her Instagram page and all those nonsense I'm seeing on social media. But the truth is that Hadura did not write any of those things. He's not that smart. He's not that educated to put those words together and just post and say, oh, everybody's trying to chase clout with your brother's name. Nobody's chasing clout with your brother's name. As a matter of fact, we are trying to help you here. You are the idiot here. You're not seeing it. Now you be the mumu here. We don't want to help people find justice for your brother. You should be friends with people who are trying to actually get justice for your brother. And you're acting like this. It's crazy.
Because it's very important for us to understand that blood is not family. And when you see things, when you see the account, you understand? So you now realize that blood is not family, and when people go like this, you need to start learning. We're not just going to be going about Boba's case.
That's what I was discussing with my husband. I was saying, imagine Yomi Fabiyi, VDM, and the likes mind of Nigerians who actually genuinely want justice for somebody that they don't even know, they are not related to in any way. And here you are, the only brother you had, or the only brother that you once had, dead for no reason. Nobody could tell exactly what happened to him. This is all you can post on your social media? No.
That's part of the things that will infuriate the judge, because these are the things that will eventually be brought before, like, come on, look at what is going on, look at what this guy has been doing.
And true. One thing we also have to admit is that the Nigerian police is so compromised. It's such an embarrassing thing to say, but they are so compromised. Oh Lord. They are so compromised. How is it that it's just an ordinary citizens are out here actually bringing out the real truth about what happened to somebody, and you guys are just here giving out whatever you are giving to?
The point is this: where it was all wrong is that some of these police officers, probably because they lack continuous training,
right,
they do this job with sentiments too,
right.
And some of them are probably like, I want to know more.
Unconcerned, yes.
And it's going to take a whole while, because when I was invited to the SID, State Intelligence Department, where Adura went to another department again, they want to control me into. I said, what are you talking? He said, well, Bokin, I should look into the whole matter, that this one is one that has our son. I said, I'm not understanding. We are fighting justice for Mohbad.
Yeah.
This is not Mohbad. Mohbad did not die. He was murdered. If he died, I'm less concerned. I will only sympathize with them. My condolences, they should go and bury. But when anybody is murdered, it could be this. Anyone else could have been responsible.
Right.
Responsible. Anybody? I said, I'm sorry. We have to know who did, so that we can.
Sorry. Hello, please. Can I say something?
You understand?
Can I say something, Mr. Yomi Fabi?
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Can't the nurse confirm if Mohbad had any injury aside the one he sustained from Prime Boy?
They are together. So
okay, they are hot to, but this nurse was being called by Spending. So how fast is it that Spending nurse could collaborate so fast with?
The point is, what we are seeing is a fall. When they are picking up a fall guy, the only incident happened on Monday, 11th. So certainly the script, when I don't know if you listen to this particular audio that I played yesterday, listen to this and look at the trajectory, and then you will know that it was probably because the hospital rejected using them as part of the plan. Then they readjusted and went back. Like I'm saying, they went back. Come on, listen to this. It's quite funny, though.
So like I was saying, I was at the hospital that morning when Mohbad arrived. He came with one guy, the same guy that his video was trending on social media that was shouting, Mohbad is dead, Mohbad is dead. And that's why I told you that that guy, he had a lot of questions to answer because he know a lot of things that Nigerians don't know. The same guy he came with, and he is the same guy that took him out of hospital. Now, I was at the hospital that morning when he arrived, and I even took a picture with him. I will send you the picture.
He is confirming that the guy even took him out of hospital. This is no longer just a clout. It's a script that this guy is playing. You understand? So you connect the dots with the final trajectory that Mohbad was injected by a nurse, and that he collapsed, and they couldn't revive him, and all of that. Then you compare it with this guy's story now. Compare it.
I will send you the picture. So when he came, I was happy to see him. I requested if I can take a picture with him, and he said no problem. Though I noticed he looked so down. He was looking so down that morning. I was not happy initially because they gave.
Please underline morning. On the 12th, it meant that morning. Can you see that?
Yeah.
The nurse that they eventually presented to have treated Mohbad said she came to the house 2:30. She got to the estate 2:30. I get what I'm saying. So this guy that was sharing the same narrative as to what is obtainable with the police and the inquest is the same trajectory, only change of location, and he's already confirming money. That means whatever happened to Mohbad had happened before even the nurse arrived. But listen up, continue to listen up.
Gave me appointment, and I got there. I stayed there for almost an hour. They told me that the doctor is not around. So at the time I got angry, and one of the nurses there came to like calm me down that the doctor will soon arrive. So while we were talking, Mohbad came in with the guy. So I saw him, and instantly I was lightened up, and I was like, Mohbad, I used to listen to your song. I'm one of your fans. Can I please take a picture with you? And he said, okay, no problem. So after taking this picture with him, he went inside. He went inside, and I was sitting down at the reception there. I was just looking at the picture. Then after 20 minutes, after 15 to 20 minutes that he went inside, started noticing that they were just moving around. A lot of confusion. I couldn't understand. I noticed that they were trying to make call. They were trying to call some people. The nurses, they were just walking around. And something was not just right. So I had to like stand up. I needed to ask someone like what's going on, because at the time I was even like kind of afraid if I'm safe there. So I had to like I saw the nurse that was trying to like calm me down earlier. So I called her and I was like, what happened? She whispered to my ear that they gave Mohbad injection and he collapsed. So I was shocked. Mohbad, I wanted to shout. Before I know, even the nurse because I wanted to like ask her, what happened? Before I know, she left me. So I was kind of confused. In that confused state, I was just standing around. Before my own very eyes, this same guy that came with Mohbad rushed him out of the hospital.
Poor liar. Poor fucking liar. He lies.
Yeah?
He's a pathetic liar, and his lies are so childish. His lies. And mind you, you know this voice note actually trended so badly.
That was the beginning. That
was the beginning of this whole issue. This is crazy.
Just listen on.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sukre.
Yeah.
Let's finish. Can we finish this? I will discuss on it.
Oh, that's fine.
Just listen up.
Everything just happened so fast. Normally, okay, you gave a patient an injection and he passed out. At least the hospital will do something or try something to at least try to resuscitate him or try to do something, even if he passed out or maybe he's confirmed dead. He's finally confirmed dead. So maybe the hospital will even be the one to even arrange properly to even take him to mortuary or so. But the guy with some nurses, they were the one that rushed this guy out hurriedly in my presence, and I was so confused. I was like, what is going on? I tried to ask questions, nobody answered me, and at the time I later did not even take my injection that I went there to take. So God, this life. There's nothing in this life. This life. This is someone I saw.
Mr. Fabiyi, men cry too, you know? Men cry.
Mr. Yomi, can I say something?
I saw him.
It's okay, go ahead.
Okay, so good afternoon. I'm actually calling from Atlanta here.
How are
What I
you?
mean to say is, Mr. Yomi, see, I'm not really, this Mohbad thing, for me, I don't know Mohbad. I'm not his family member. He actually cost me sleepless nights. Because at the point, I thought of it that, okay, are we watching a movie? Yeah, I have to ask because it actually caused serious misunderstanding between me and my friends. Like, see, why you guys? This is okay. Can we just start the whole thing afresh? Fine. I really don't have any power. I'm just saying as a concerned citizen. But can we just start like afresh? What happened from? Okay, let's start with what VDM posted. See, I just feel that we Nigerians, we are just full of. We are too sentimental. We love somebody. We love something. We're going to blind our eyes towards the good. That is how, I'm sorry, anybody shouldn't come at me. I'm just trying to say. Because this is A and B situation. Fine, there's some things that are not clear to us. But what happened that night? The driver said something. For me, number one, this man that you just played is a voice recording. If I were the one, police should have arrested that man. Do you know what my boyfriend was saying last night? Only pay Baba Mohbad should have put Christianity aside. They
never did any of that.
Do you get? Only because this is so glaring. Why are we being sentimental?
If they try.
Okay, what happened that night? Everybody in that house, for me, should have been arrested. No, if you don't want to arrest them, question them.
Okay, sorry for interrupting you, please. I want to ask something very, very important, you know, before I forget. Mr. Yomi, I don't know if you have thought about this part of this whole situation. You know, Wumi claimed he died in the hospital 20 minutes before they arrived, based on her interview, right? So very much she was given what's it called, doctor's report or a death certificate or something like that. Something must have been written to her, right?
Of course.
So our Mohbad's dad inability to put him in mortuary was because there was no doctor's report. So why didn't she provide it?
Exactly. So those are the questions I feel that people should ask.
I have so many questions, Mr. Yomi. I have so many questions. I have so many questions.
This is my faith.
And the fact that the fact that these people are trying to play the victim card of she's just a woman that her husband died on me is crazy. Because hello, I'm married. Okay, Mr. Yomi, I'm married. And to make matters worse, my husband is not in Nigeria with me. But I can tell you, this is 6:24 Nigerian time. I can tell you where my husband is currently.
Thank you.
I can tell you what's going on with him. I can tell you who and who he's with. In case even if I don't know what happens to him, I know who to hold.
Look at Olagbo case. That's Oladoyin.
That's
wife.
Yeah.
If not for the wife.
Yeah.
The guy is just.
These people cannot play this victim game on us. So it's not possible.
Lady, do you know somebody if the Mohbad family, if they all join hands together with those people, I can bet you that there will have been a solution by now. But if Mama is Emma Bino, I'm sorry, but me, I feel that Mama is sharing Coco theater because all she's matter.
But actually, I feel her own case is a case of I've lost.
Just so pissed and angry, you know.
I feel like Mama Mohbad's case. I don't want to get too much into her.
Something.
You understand?
Even if she was at least movies. There are still some movies I can say that you know. There are. Why are you saying that? Your mom man.
I'm not supporting.
I know. I was sarcastic. How can you tell me? You had your child for you gave birth. Took care of the boy and he died, and you're saying they gave him something. The only person I feel pity that I feel that the man is so concerned is that Mohbad's father. From the end, he's been saying one story, the same thing.
Yes, his story has been the same.
Somebody was saying that he's making his boy big money. This
know,
guy
the honest truth is this. I think it took a while before they come out open to the mother to say, if we pursue this case, somebody close to you is going to be going down too.
Exactly. So it's not Mr. Yomi, it's not a case of, oh, I've lost somebody, I'm not now about to lose anybody.
Thank you. That was what I just told somebody. I said the only reason why they're covering that girl up is because the son, the husband is dead. If will it be nice for the brother to also go down and not the beach?
Prince, you wanted to say something? Because I actually wanted to read to Mr. Yomi. I don't know if you have seen what she posted. Dear Queen Mother, because that's not my Queen Mother. Sorry, she blocked me on social media because I'm not buying her Queen Mother sheep.
You want to read it?
Of course, I have to read it to you guys. We have to know where we are.
Read it, please.
Hold on. Before you read it.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say something. See, I'm so happy that we have ladies, girls, women. I don't know if you girls have married more than
of substance.
Yeah, that you are talking like this. It shows that you have empathy. It shows that we still have some women who knows the right thing.
Yes, Abiyamo and Abiyamo.
Yes, Abiyamo. Because for you ladies to be talking like this, it means Oga.
Daddy will say, okay.
I have never seen a mother turn her back on her son.
I've
never seen a sister turn her back on her brother. I've never seen a younger brother turn his back on his elder brother like this. Who is providing?
Permit me to say this, yeah? They are not entirely turning back. They are covering something.
Thank you.
Sister, they turned back. They disappointed this guy.
No, they are covering something. They are covering something. And that thing they are covering will come out.
It's Bible. Family Joseph.
Exactly, that's what they did.
Do you know my hunger is you guys are claiming that you're looking for justice. You're neglecting the justice. And you are picking on, you diverted the whole thing. If they have met that Naira, that
for the first time in Nigeria, somebody actually believed in Nigerian police, which is somebody's wife whose husband is dead. She said, let the police do their job. Really? So police has been that good. I didn't know. Yeah, I'm hearing for the first time. She's such a civilized citizen, Mr. Yomi. She's such a civilized citizen.
And the next thing you do is you're talking about.
Do you know the irony of it? Do you know the irony of this matter?
Microphone off, everybody, please.
Do you know the irony of this matter? Somebody by a wife is having a lawyer. Younger brother is having a lawyer.
He's a civilized citizen. A very well educated.
Why are you guys?
She likes to go by the law, Prince.
And this boy that fight did not have a single lawyer. This guy's lawyer turned his back on his own client and joined the wife.
Prince, sorry, Mr. Yomi, please let's kindly move forward a little bit, But before I continue, before I read what she posted, the Queen Mother posted on social media, I want to say something. For those of us that like, the Queen Mother, the Queen of Coast, because I'm not buying Let me remind you guys. I don't know if you guys watched the Real Housewife of Lagos. I don't know if anybody here watched that show.
Yes.
You guys watch the show, right?
Yes.
Let me remind you guys that I'm not a coward, and I'm not one of those girls that follow crowd. I don't follow crowd. I like to have my own opinion. Even though I like Mr. Yomi now, I might turn against him tomorrow if I disagree with him. That's me for you. The way I like.
Lady, you ever turn against me if you come?
I will change it for you.
No. If you are calm with me, you understand me because I
exactly. Yeah, I'm just trying to say that I don't have this Stockholm syndrome that Nigerians has. You know the way we like VDM now because he's doing the right thing. If there's anyhow he goes bad and do something wrong, they won't be able to say it. I'm not one of those people.
No, people are getting something wrong. People are not.
No.
You are hold on. You are getting something wrong. You are not perfect. See, the thing you had today, you are not so perfect. There are some things that see VDM as it is. There are some things that are like look at him like you were born in shade, and there's sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
Like
yes, you're saying VDM is doing the right thing.
So please,
let me.
Yes, please.
Right now, to me, something is fishing to me about VDM concerning Iyabo Ojo. I'm thinking
I was going to read something for you guys. You guys are not letting me. I'm coming, you guys.
All right.
This world is crazy.
Read it.
So in that Real Housewife of Lagos show, the first season, the second, and the third, I don't know what you guys saw in Iyabo Ojo in that reality show. I saw a bully.
I didn't watch it, so
I saw a bully.
Yeah,
I saw a strong Yoruba woman who is a bully, but the way she does the thing is when she bullies you and see that this one is strong, she will move back. She will back out.
You will.
Do you understand? I watched that woman bully Faith Mori. I don't know if you guys know that lady. She even came on social media one time. So please, can you let me finish? Sorry, please. So I won't forget. I tend to forget stuff when I get interrupted. I'm sorry. So she bullied that woman, even to the extent that I think there was a part of the show where she actually stepped on her dress. I don't think I can remember that video very well. If I can get the video, maybe I will send it to you guys.
I remember.
You actually stepped on this woman's dress. You stepped on your fellow woman's clothes. It's not by mistake, it's not by ignorance. It's not like she did it unintentionally. Like very much intentionally stepped on this woman just to show her that you are the queen here and she should be humbled. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
She did it to Laura. Laura was actually pregnant. That's Linda Ikeji's sister in the show. She was pregnant. She literally threw punches at her. Like they threw punches at each other. I saw a bully, you guys. I saw a bully. I know what I saw there. I'm not buying this social media nonsense. Even the fact that she brought Wumi close to her, I'm not buying it. She only did that because she wants to be a nice person, quote unquote, to people on the social media. She's not that nice. She's not that nice. We all know that.
But it's quite out of place. You're an actress. You're a mother. You're an African. You must have been shown the video of where Wumi was throwing white cloth and black substance in the
people are not talking about that. They never saw
why would
Mr. Yomi, you are going too far, sir. Mr. Yomi, what happened in the house?
What happened in the house?
The real thing that happened in the house.
Wumi told her that Mo died inside. Mr. Yomi, remember the time that you were talking about the CCTV? You know, you are the one that actually brought about the CCTV camera whole situation. You remember? You are the one that brought because we were not even thinking like that. We Nigerians, we don't put our head where it's supposed to be. You are the one that actually came out and were like, where is the footage of this house? Do you understand? So when you brought that situation out, I saw a video of the Queen Mother saying on a live on live that what did she say again? That's Mo died inside the house. So even if it's a CCTV camera in the house, it wouldn't have caught a situation that happened inside the house. You understand? Now her sister, what would I call her colleague in crime? What should I call Wumina? Now went on national TV to go and say, oh, my husband actually died 20 minutes, we arrived in the hospital. Imagine the type of nonsense these people are using themselves to play on social media. Imagine how these people are making themselves coward in front of people.
But Nigerians
your closest person on social media is saying that your husband died inside the house. You are outside here on television saying that your husband died 20 minutes before you arrived in the hospital.
You know why it's like that? Do I let you know? When they were arranging the media tour, they thought, she would think I can model through. Don't worry. She doesn't understand that when you see all those cameras, and most of the questions will be asked will be spontaneous.
Exactly.
Mr. Yomi, can I let you know something? Everybody is just banter Iyabo. I know the reason, and it's good like that because Iyabo used Wumi's case to fight a battle with Malian.
Exactly.
It is not that Iyabo wanted to fight
Before we get there, Prince, let me now read what she now
She
posted.
just
I
used
want to talk about
she
that Real
used
Housewife of Lagos situation because that was where I understand the kind of person she is because it was a reality TV
Can you please
show.
hold on? Can you
And she
please
ended
hold
up saying it was a scripted show, you know? She didn't come for the reunion because people have seen how bad she treated the rest of the women there. She didn't come for the reunion. She claimed her family asked her not to show up during the reunion. And then went on your Instagram to tell us that the whole thing was scripted, which was a fat lie. She's a pathological liar. Quotes me anyway. Now, she said in 52 minutes ago or 1 hour ago on her Instagram, after VDM has posted the whole group chat and everything, you know how writers are. I think they have, gone to her comment section to remind her of who she is. I trust Nigerians. So now she posted on her Instagram. She said, "This is my position 26/7/2025. Warm regards to all conscious fans and thoughtful lovers out there. My attention has been drawn to an online video going around with a lame attempt to taint my reputation." It's always about the reputation, Mr. Yomi. Why? Why? Jenny's English is not tired of these people, no? To taint my reputation and orchestrate to diminish the converted efforts several well-meaning, selfless and notable Nigerians. However, it doesn't come as a surprise because we live in a society that has become easily distracted by concocted falsehoods from online content makers. So all of us like this, we are content creators. Thank you to God. So, in attempt to set the record straight and avoid lies, which seems to be repeatedly mouthed around created and the impression of truth. There was so many English, Mr. Yomi. The big English in this whole write-up is a lot. I'm telling you, is a lot. I wish I can conclude, but I have to just read so you guys can conclude on your own. There were a lot of big grammars here, but I'll try my best, please.
Maybe you need to go back.
It is better to respond otherwise. The gospel of foolishness would ascend the crescendo of conscience. Hey, Jesus. To begin with, it should be reiterated. The very first video I made about seeking justice for Mohbad clearly stated that I couldn't fight this battle alone, I call on everyone ready to join the fight, including non-celebrities, none mentioning their names. 2 groups were founded or formed, one for a specific peaceful work and another concerned citizen, quote unquote, for those who still wanted to be part of the movement after the work was cancelled. Shebi, you are with me? So she now said the group's objective was to seek justice for Mohbad through writing and seeking rightful authorities' intervention, not to get you arrested. She meant VDM, right? You were arrested for defamation, not for seeking justice for Mohbad. Let's be clear. There are several professionals from different walks of life contributing their several quota. I'm not oblivious. You do rather go through the extra mile to cast aspersion, deploy several awful innuendos, disregarding and fictitious narrative to cancel the efforts of like minds in order to place your skit making at vantage position and high traction in social media. This whole thing I didn't just understand. She's just saying that she is not the reason why VDM was arrested, and the public is aware of the group. I beg you, this group that they are talking about, before I continue, I'm not aware of that group.
No, she said now 2.
but you are not aware of that group. Do they know you?
Told me about one.
I'm not because
Who are
I
you that you
can't
want to
watch
join
them.
the
I can't watch them accuse
When
me.
you were talking about your own, you didn't
I'm not aware of this
Yomi
group.
was not aware of that group.
Please, I don't know. When they know they accuse us, I am not aware. I was not there.
You these Nigerians. Let me say something, lady. Let me say something.
Hold on, please.
Hold on.
No, they were aware of group, but she a nude.
Mr. Yomi, I feel that they can't cover this whole situation if they don't have like a top influence, maybe like an influential person.
So let's continue. So we have. She said,
"Oh, don't read this thing now. It's not.
Why? We have to read it though." We have
to pause for other people to also talk, but you can continue though.
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
She said, but we have got better purpose to achieve than resort to pull her down syndrome. Diverse conversation are natural in a group chat, especially during emotional moments. However, The core mission remained unchanged, fighting for justice. A lot of links that were already circulating on social media were posted in the group, not like we created any. Likewise, if any link is related to you or your glory past, already in the public domain, how does that link in any of the individuals to your social media entanglements? Regarding your arrest, I was involved in the first petition against you for defamation, but you weren't arrested then. You were invited and left the same day. I didn't follow it up because Polo asked me to drop it. In the second petition, my name was included as a witness due to numerous false accusations. Our main objective for the group were, which I have proof, exhumation, exhume Mohbad's body for an autopsy to determine the cause of his death. Investigation, investigates disturbing videos, pictures, petition, and write-ups. Conduct an investigation by interviewing everyone who was with him in last moment's befitting burial. Okay, in his last moment, then befitting burial, ensure he has a befitting burial. We agreed that Mohbad's catalogue and royalties should be handled to his families. We achieved some goals. Mohbad's body was exhumed, a coroner inquest was set up, and everyone mentioned in his petition was questioned. We lent our voices and pushed for a justice as concerned citizens. I therefore implore every thoughtful and committed citizen in pursuit of justice to remain dogged, determined, and diligent to ensure that judicial proceedings, findings, and resolutions are followed and implemented. Thank you for your steadfast attention to this matter. On a final note, it is important, she's always having a final note. It is important to note that I was driven by a quest for justice for Mohbad, not financial gain. Every penny spent was from my own pocket. No one, I repeat, no one paid me, contrary to the lies that are being peddled. Moving forward, I will no longer address any issues relating to this matter. Then she went ahead to post a screenshot of her post and the time she posted on social media during those times. I'm saying this to say that I read this out to actually tell you guys that this has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with whatever VDM posted. Do you understand what I mean? This has absolutely nothing to do with it. She's just trying to remove herself from the whole situation. Do you understand? She's just trying to remove herself from the whole situation, which is fine. Yes, damage control.
Who amongst you smell the shame in the write-up? It's oozing, it's smelling. It's smelling.
But why does Yabo derive joy in bringing people down? Why does she derive joy in bringing people down?
This is so disgusting.
Godmother said it. A godmother said, I don't want of the video. I saw one of the live. Oh, more reason. That was my master board. Oh, more reason. See, Yabo me only because to bá jẹ́ ìlú òyìnbó ni. That's our exact words. To bá jẹ́ pé ìlú òyìnbó ni. She's the prime suspect. Yes. So reason to ṣe ń pọ́n girl me. Honestly, more reason tí Yabo ṣe ń pọ́n. That woman said it. And this was after JP 2025. This just 3 weeks ago or thereabouts.
You know, this post actually says a lot about her. For somebody that first of all claimed to be, you know, an activist, somebody that wants to get justice for Mohbad, all of a sudden there is a truth. And then you are backing down. No, you can't back down. You have to continue what you started. If I was her, Mr. Yomi, if I was in her shoes, I wouldn't actually back down. I would continue with VDM. She claimed they have made peace. That some man called Suleiman called their meeting, that she wasn't actually the one that called VDM to see him, that a man called Suleiman actually called the meeting.
Is she not the one that went to that man to call VDM?
No, she fly. She appeared here. For anything she said, it was not to buy it, right?
Do you know why I'm laughing?
Let's buy it.
Do you know why I'm laughing, guys?
This is crazy.
That if I hold brief for VDM, people will say, "Oh, I'm taking advantage of what we had before." You know why I'm laughing? I'm laughing at VDM is so comeback too.
They are scared, and that guy has not even finished posting. No, he just posted.
Even if he doesn't post posting,
no.
But the only thing Timo remember, Timo Kamaso as an activist, as an unbiased umpire, you set up a WhatsApp group, and in that WhatsApp group, you were questioning the veracity, not at that time there was no defamation, of the veracity of the opinion of another Nigerian in a public matter. In a
Who still wants justice for the same person you are seeking justice for?
And my dear, hold on, no, this one, Lori, because this line of thought is very crucial when it comes to you standing for what is right. And in the same WhatsApp group that you claimed that you were discussing this particular person, it was complete criticism of whatever it stands for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And in the process, his nude image filtered into the same WhatsApp group.
Instead, they should send it to.
We'll not move on. And then it was followed. If she claimed in that write-up, if anything that has been on public domain of gory past, if his gory past came into a WhatsApp group that is seeking justice for Mohbad.
I'm talking about gory past. I just heard from VDM that she once had a discussion with somebody that the main reason why she's actually interested in bringing Naira Marley down is because
I'm not even going to that yet. I'm discussing. I'm just trying to. I don't want to get to her response. I'm just going to go into the part that where she's going to be, because that's her own perception. She's speaking for the rest of the members of that group, and at the end of the day, some of them, we may have some dignity left in them and say, I have to hold up and apologize for this because there's no way.
That was the reason why Yomi came out. Yomi had to come out yesterday.
To the memory of Mohbad, he would never want to be in a WhatsApp group where they will be sharing the nude of another individual, and it will now be decided to be sent to a blog. For the memory, look at, I'm an artist. If I join any group for a particular noble cause, and in that cause, as an actor, I want to share nude.
You are not doing another thing entirely.
Yes.
They not put the nude of another musician because it does not align with what we are doing. I will pull out in there and say, please respect that I'm in this group. If you bring this kind of stuff, I'm out. Oh my one, you call them with the and I'll go out. So if eventually, as an admin of that group, it wasn't that it's filtered into that WhatsApp group and you all condemned it. Like, hey, why are you bringing this nude picture here? No, please, this is not what we are here to do. We are parents. We are noble people. We are public. We are celebrities. We are public figures. What mess is, even if it's in secret, we shouldn't accept this kind of pattern. At the end of the day, none of them condemn because he did not came into that WhatsApp group by Atebu. A member of that group brought it into that WhatsApp group. And there was nowhere you, Yabo, as a mother, personally condemning that we don't have to go this far.
She didn't. She was even more concerned about why is Davido following VDM.
If a write-up is saying, as a very honest, forthright individual that doesn't condone, I immediately condemned it, and you show evidence, we will know that.
Mr. Yomi, you know, this goes back to what I said before I read what she posted on Instagram about her lifestyle and everything she did on the Real House. She's the type of person that the same way she doesn't like me now, right? She wouldn't want anybody around her or even around me to like me.
Like that person.
Do you understand? Yes, Cancer, that's what I'm trying to say. She's just that type of person. You have to hate whoever she hates to be around her. And that's a very bad thing because I can like somebody and you dislike the person. It's okay. It's normal. It's fine. And mind you, from the beginning, I don't think she has had a very personal issue with VDM aside the Mohbad stuff. Unless I've had issues outside social media, you know, that we are not aware of. The only reason or the openly reason that we know that brought the two of them banter and fight and all that is because of Mohbad. Do you understand? And you both wanted the same thing for him. You both wanted justice for him. So why
doesn't want justice? Who tell you that?
Exactly.
Well, guess what, Mr. Yomi? Mr. Yomi, Yabo has a son. Tonto Dike has a son. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I didn't wish them well bad though, and I'm just saying.
Exactly, speaking, this is very bad.
No, ẹ má mention ọmọ, please.
Àbọ̀ òun fẹ́ kọ́ ọlọ́mọ kó kú gbé. The same thing lòun náà máa gbà. Ṣé Mr. Yomi tó ń gbọ́ ọmọ tí wọ́n sá káàkiri ẹ̀ mọ́ nǹkan tó fojú máa ń rí ni?
It's so shameful.
Cherry,
for me,
Yabo
for
kì í
me,
ṣe
so
èèyàn.
far so good, Mr. Yomi. Mr. Yomi, so far so good. Honestly, me, I am from this point of, I am grateful to God and I'm happy for you. I am grateful to God that, you know, àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí Mohbad sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kóhun tó kú, you know, it might not have been his wish for him to give up, but he gave up trusting that God will come through for him, even though he still gave up. You understand? Those words did not fall to the ground. They will not come back.
on behalf of BVDM.
Sorry? Those words did not fall to the ground. They will produce results. And look at you, you came in. Ever since, let's even look at this case from before you came in, that last year, before you came in. And you came in, you didn't come in to start continue from where they already packaged the case. You came in with the visual evidence, CCTV, like by the way. And ever since then, even before VDM came now, there's no other thing that's so wrong by a CCTV at 3 seconds video. So if you on your own path, because it's not about tomorrow. It's about saying what you're saying in order for you to get the result.
Exactly.
Saying the right thing in order for you to get the result.
Yes.
You have kept quiet all this
without diverting your attention, or at some point removing yourself from the situation. Yes. No, you can't remove yourself from the situation. We will not be where we are today. I am very, very sure that VDM even coming into the case, or whoever that has spoken to VDM, is from your own point. Yes. You have been speaking about this case. You have been talking about the 3 seconds video. Even any other person, any other group coming in. You understand? I'm sure they have they came in through that 3 seconds video, Adura's confession and all that. And it's still all to you. Because if you by yourself has said, but we are standing here, we are still speaking about this thing today because you refuse to give up. So for me as a person, I give it to you. That God Almighty will bless you. God will continue to be with you. God will continue to protect you. And that result that we all are standing as Nigerians to say we want for this boy, not just for Mohbad alone, for ourselves. Because and to the people that were sent to prison for 4 months, 3 months, a month, all of them. Yes, they are all people's children. They are people's brothers and relatives.
Brother families. It's shameful.
You pushed a narrative. A singer was literally ripped off of his career all this year, thinking that he actually fired this guy. And some of them were saying, the public were not aware
My
of
sister,
people
sorry,
that were sent to
whoever
prison.
Sheyi is, that
I was
Sheyi
not even aware.
That Sheyi should be ashamed of him or herself. Whoever Sheyi is under the comment, the person should be ashamed of himself or herself.
Let's not be distracted, please.
Forget about the comment. Please forget
Sorry about
the
that. And they should. There's no way.
Light of the world.
I don't know why they are here. They shouldn't come here if they can't stand truth.
Hello.
Nigerians are looking for the truth.
Hello.
Why is bad, and that is why everyone is there. And if Sheyi can come here and be asking this question, she should be.
Hello, can we do it one by one, please?
One.
You know what? Let's do it one by one so that we can hear ourselves. As it is now,
it's shameful. Honestly, it's crazy. So, Mr. Yomi, continue whatever it is. Keep doing what you're doing. You keep doing your best, and God Almighty will glorify Himself. As for Mohbad, for me, another thing I want to say, Sherry, ati Queen Mother, the truth is, Mohbad lepa ọmọ logo lepa. Àwọn ọmọ ológun ẹgbẹ́ tó sì wà láyé because ẹ lè pa gbogbo wa. Àwọn ọmọ ológun ẹgbẹ́ tó sì wà láyé wọ́n ti papọ̀ pé ọmọ yẹn ó máa rí justice yẹn kò dẹ̀ síbi tẹ́ máa ti lọ ni. Ẹ̀kọ́ ń kọ́ra yín ni ọmọ yẹn máa rí justice yẹn ni. Ó lè it can take as long as you guys want to divert or push it. But I stand and I say pé àwọn ọmọ ológun ẹgbẹ́ Mohbad tó sì wà láyé àwọn long papọ̀ long power papọ̀ tó ń bàjà yẹn, and then you guys cannot, it will not go, it will not be swept under the carpet.
It's even very important to buttress what you're saying. It's very important now, like I said, our lawyers, they are already in Abuja and they're already interfacing with, the force CID. And even at that, we're going to be encouraging and mobilizing. They have to go to court and get an injunction. Table all these cases before the courts and say, while we are seeking that the police should investigate and extract the remainder of the 30 seconds video, they will find a way around it. But we have already an established case. The police are not willing to do it, though the force CID, they might want to do it, but we have to see if we can get that court injunction to compel the police to do that. That would be non-negotiable. And that way, if they now refuse to do it, then we know certainly it's now a general decision of the entire police force to stick around and cover up the entire murder evidence. So immediately the court order stands, even while we want to believe that they are ready to pursue it, that court order will actually subsist and aid them. And then it is important to, say that they should ask that the police, the CCTV of Mohbad's house should be investigated. We can make all this order and tell them this is what we saw. And, the inquest has requested that the police should go back to it. And we are trying to cushion up with this particular litigation to say they should run a thorough phone forensic on Adura, Mumi and Darosha and the other guy, including probably the DJ Bami. And then Mohbad's CCTV and iCloud should also be investigated. Because if we fail to do that and establish that now, this current police, with these people, they will still come there and say, don't do it, don't do that. But if there is a court order, they will say, we should leave you and disobey court order. The public will know that now it is clear that we are deliberately, and no court will want to sentence, they won't even pick on any citizen that protests that the police refuse to obey the court order in that direction. No court will say, we can't touch on these people. You are trying to make a mess of this particular clear-cut case, and it's not palatable. Why should the government, why should the police take side with murderers? What is it that you're covering? What is the interest of a nation in covering up and taking side with murderers? So this is what we should have done a long time ago. But all this division has actually messed the old stuff. Ovidium has responded.
Everywhere goes.
This is what I want you to be doing now, Mr. Yomi. Sit back and laugh. You have done the job. You have done well. Sit back and laugh.
And watch them eat their own words. They are already eating their own words. Oh, yes, they are already eating their own words.
The best way to go about it is this. Like I said, deny the previous investigation. We are already aggrieved as members of the public. So we can still go to court, get an injunction to say this is it. So this thing here, the police now in the FCID, when they have the order of the presidency, they have no choice to say, presidency but in an event they want to go away out of it, we are not going to investigate here. No, there is an order of the court. Go here.
And to people that are saying that Wumi used Iyabo Ojo's emotions against her, I don't think that is the case. I feel like they had a common enemy or a common target. Like emotions being used against them. Exactly. Who is older than each other?
Do you think that what the route now we want to go? Because at the end of the day, I feel that if there's a powerful person behind, there's a powerful force.
Of course.
There's the powerful force, because for a police, police are not stupid. They want to work. I'm sure you know that. If they really
you said, so with the names that the video brought out, which other powerful forces are we looking for?
Powerful, it's not even known.
Out of the world. I told you I am seeing traces of a real estate mogul. I don't know how far yet, but some external forces they are working on that. If they try to get anything, we'll know. But those ones they are working, I've seen the traces of that powerful person, a billionaire.
Who said
VDM I've posted.
I want to know. Yes, share Odibolo post.
Sorry, IG.
IG or YouTube.
I'm actually playing it for you guys.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, play it. Lady Uju.
Audio, Yami.
Yes. It's not audio, it's actually a video. You know,
Okay.
VDM now, you know they do audio. They like posting.